Good evening. My name is Disciple of an Angel, Neil Leslie Gilbert, Williams Jack's nephew. That's Professor Gilbert. I am messaging on this post about a decline at the fuel station with a company fuel card and the verbal abuse, and generally to put to my followers my concept about scum type people and a solemn front of living. Today is Thursday, the 9th day of the month of April, year 2026. The time now is 20:39 hours post meridium, and the date in N.L.G.W.J is 5786. I have just been declined at Liam Court Road station. Apparently, someone can go up to the counter and say, what's the reason for something or the other? Not for me to not hear or hear. And the cashier, he says, he's not a regular customer. So I thought, well, this is blimmin', silly, because, the fuel card that I applied for, a Shell fuel card, is valid in 47,000 stations in the UK or something, 4,000 or 47,000 petrol stations in the UK. So I thought, well, of course, I'm welcome at any one of those where when I need to use them, I will use them. And of course I did. And a particular reason why I chose that spot is as I drove past without the cards this afternoon, I saw the price of fuel lower than the station, the petrol station that I generally would use or go to when not away from the office or home. Anyhow, I decided that I don't have any other form of payment. I asked for a ticket. They give you a ticket if you don't drive off. They give you a ticket to pay later. So I thought, okay, I was standing there sorting that out, and someone said, "You slapper." It was like that as they walked out, and I thought, oh, charming, I haven't had any sexual encounters, physical one-on-one face-to-face encounters for over 3 years. So I don't know why he would reference me as that. He's probably, been someone with in the past week or even today. I don't know, or if that's not his partner, or if it may be that he has had more than one in the past year or something. I don't know. Maybe he's got a regular partner and he hears my reputation as being someone who likes to have sexual encounters with random people as often as I can. So effectively that is incorrect. So currently anyway. And another guy comes in and he says, don't you, you're a faggot or something like that. Something like that along that nature. And I said, I'm actually a parent faggot sort of thing, you fucking bastard sort of thing, in response. And of course, he didn't say another thing. And then another person came in whilst I was sorting out the transaction, and he says, "Oh, you're not." I said, "I actually am," and I walked out, sort of thing, because I had finished sorting out the issues. So I thought, well, I was driving back and I was rather furious because I wonder if the account is active, having the account is clear. There's zero outstanding, nothing to pay. and the account is all clear as far as the invoicing and the accounts are concerned. So I thought, well, if it is inactive, then of course I need to find out why the card is inactive or on stop. And of course I've emailed the supplier and asked them to contact me tomorrow morning. But I was on driving home and I was thinking, this is just blimmin' really silly because, a man, if he's possibly pushed the button to stop the card because he suspected that I've stolen the card or something like that. And he turns to his colleague and he says, "Oh, I thought he was sick." And so I'm thinking, I thought, well, if it was a brown or black boy that was like that, they'll be marched off the premises, they'll be sacked and so on. I thought, and these were Asian operatives, the cashiers. So I thought, well, this is silly. And then I worked it out. I know what's going on. And my theory is that the establishment who represent solemn society, a solemn front of lawful obedience and lawful sort of reality, that's civil, common law, and possibly even canon law too, would probably feel that this region, this town or these boroughs have been lost to criminals. There's too much crime happening. Just leave them to it. Just let them get on with it. Just stop people killing each other or something like that. Answer 999 calls and just do a bare minimum sort of thing. So, people can just carry on and have their scummy sort of reality because, a fellow scum, like for like sort of thing. So, and I feel that perhaps they've decided to war trench the boundary of other areas where, other areas where they decide to keep people away. To neighbourhood watch, severe, strict sort of thing to keep people out and unwelcome people, or sort of being careful of who's there, sort of thing, as they say, who goes there. So I feel that that's probably what it is. So it is likely that people who are suffering in London, mentally unwell people, other people that is not necessarily mentally unwell, but unwell, mentally tired, fatigued people, disappointed people who expect a higher standard, that are disappointed with high council tax and little results and, clean streets and dirty this and that and this and that, the promise of this and they don't get that sort of thing. So I was wondering, the possibility of, if maybe that's what we've come to. We've come to a solemn fronted or a solemn standing administration as the law of common law, civil law, and canon law are when represented in the writ in the law book or books, and they've decided to just step backwards and let people get on with it, see what happens without telling anyone responsible. I mean, what do you think? Please comment. Wishing you all well. Goodbye.